Hello youngsters, have a nice day. Here we are going to discuss about some administrative matters. I hope you understood. That is, we are going to study some lessons in political science textbook of 9th standard. Shall we? 9th standard lessons are discussing lots of matters about not a country alone, but it gives details about the administrative methods of many countries. So it is a comparative study. Not only a comparative study, it is really an analytical study too. From our previous classes, you studied about some basic details about administrations of world, different types of government, their administrative methods, etc. From 9th standard, we are going to study in deep some details about the different methods following by administrative systems of government and whether it is a kind of democracy and what, if not, what is actually democracy. So lots of matters need to discuss here. While we are going through the pages, the lesson shares thought-provoking ideas about the world. Let us discuss the administrative steps of different countries of world here. The first lesson of your political science give details about many countries of the world including Saudi Arabia, Chile, Pakistan, Myanmar, China, Mexico, etc. So get ready for a world tour. What is democracy? Why democracy? This is the name of our first lesson. Only two simple questions are there. But it is not an easy procedure to answer in one or two words. The whole chapter discusses only these two matters. So, I will give you one simple definition. It's quite natural and also is very easy for you to understand and also to identify the person who gave this description. That is, democratic government is a government of the people, by the people and for the people. A simplest definition given by the world famous person Abraham Lincoln once in order to describe the democratic government. A government of the people, by the people and for the people. What is democracy is a familiar question to everyone and we have many definitions too. A simple answer here we have: a democratic government is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by people. While considering this definition, we can identify some countries of the world where rulers are there but are not elected. Just like the army rulers of Myanmar, kings of Saudi Arabia, dictators of Chile, etc. are not elected by people but they also are leaders or rulers. So we cannot consider these countries as democratic. We have another definition. It is a government chosen by people. While a government is chosen by people, again we can consider that lots of countries in this world are ruling but are not chosen by people. Rulers are declared themselves as the leaders, made rulers by themselves. So there is no voice for people. So we cannot consider such countries as government chosen by people. So we have many definitions to democracy, but we are going through its depth. We are confused. If it is not democracy, then what is it? So in order to clear our doubts, let us discuss the features of democracy one by one. While we are going through the features of democracy, we will discuss some important countries of the world and we will identify whether such countries are democratic or not. So let us start. One of the major features of democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by people. This is the important definition or a feature that we have related to democracy. While considering this as an important feature, let us just discuss the case of our neighboring country Pakistan. Let me tell you the administrative system of our neighbor Pakistan in order to get an idea about whether a democratic government is a form of government in which the rulers are elected or not. In October 1999, General Parvez Musharraf led an army coup by which he could overthrow the democratically elected government in Pakistan. And he declared himself as the chief executive of the country. And later he changed his designation to President of Pakistan, and he conducted a referendum in 2002 by which that people of that country granted him a 5-year more extension to be the leader of Pakistan. Do you know what is a referendum? Referendum means a general vote in which the people of a country either can accept or can reject a particular political issue. So, by conducting a referendum in Pakistan, General Pervez Musharraf seek the help or the support of people either to help support him or to reject him. But anyhow, that referendum gave him a 5-year more extension to be the leader of Pakistan. But Pakistani media, human rights organizations across the world, and all those who are favoring democracy across the world said that the referendum was also based on malpractices and fraud. It was not in a particular or in a proper style. When Pervez Musharraf got that 5-year more extra time, he was able to change or dismiss the national and political assemblies of his country. And the work of the civilian cabinet is supervised by a National Security Council which is dominated by military officers. Elections were held to the national and provincial assemblies, but many of the representatives were elected by the army members itself. But the final power rested with military officers and General Pervez Musharraf in order to take any type of decisions related to a nation. Even though elected members are there in Pakistan for national or provincial assemblies, they haven't any voice in their area or in their power, and all the final decisions will be taken by the military officers or General Pervez Musharraf. So in such a situation, can we consider Pakistan as a democratic government? If a country is able to take their final decisions regarding a nation by the help of the elected representatives, we can consider that country as a democratic. But in case of Pakistan, even though elected representatives are there to national or provincial assemblies, they haven't any voice or they haven't any chance to take any decision, but the decision making power is still in the hands of either the military officers or in General Pervez Musharraf. So, Pakistan, even though conducting elections, they are not at all democratic. So friends, let us conclude our class today. We have discussed a lot of matters about that chapter now. We will continue the remaining portions in the next sessions. So, study well, prepare your notes. Keep watching. Thank you.